to Unsealed Alien Files. Top secret government evidence, compelling eyewitnesses, and radar testimony suggest that advanced, unknown technology is threatening our airspace, and we may be powerless to stop it. Many pilots have engaged a UFO, only to have that unknown craft outmaneuver their jets, and worse, disable their instruments and weapons. But what happens when a shoot-down order is given and the pilot fires his missiles? Unsealed case file, the Peru incident. La Jolla, Peru, April 11th, 1980.
In April of 1980, an object was detected on radar in Peru. This is about 7:30 in the evening.
This is the case of Oscar Santamaria, and he was an Air Force commander who was scrambled in response to an uncorrelated target that was being tracked on military radar.
Almost 2,000 personnel are on shift at Mariano Melgar Air Force Base when what looks like a weather balloon is spotted near a high-security area.
A UFO had apparently penetrated and was operating within restricted military airspace, and he was ordered to open fire.
Pilot Oscar Santamaria Huertas is scrambled in his Su-22 Russian-made fighter jet equipped with 30mm cannon. Readied with a shoot-down order, he flies directly toward the unknown target. But what happens next is widely considered to be the only reported direct hit on a UFO in military history.
So he rolls up on this thing and fires off his cannons into this balloon.
He said that unlike any conventional object, he said it was almost as if the rounds from his cannon were absorbed by this craft, whatever it was.
It doesn't blow up, nothing happens, it seems to ignore the bullets, and then just ascends into the air at a high rate of speed. Gone.
It's a scenario that is every fighter pilot's nightmare. His weapons are useless. Still under a shoot-down order, Santamaria spends the next 20 minutes playing cat and mouse with the UFO, trying to take another shot. When he gets close enough to make solid visual contact, what he sees astounds him.
Now, I've met the Commandante, I've heard it from him firsthand. I have absolutely no doubt that this happened exactly as he described.
Santamaria claims the UFO is shaped like a light bulb, cut off at the bottom, with a cream-colored dome. It has no visible means of propulsion, no windows, no wings. This now declassified official account of the incident is sent to the DIA. It states that the pilot, quote, intercepted the vehicle and fired upon it without causing any apparent damage. Believing the UFO is advanced technology from an extraterrestrial civilization, Santamaria fears for his life and rapidly descends back to base. Fortunately, the UFO does not follow.
It's a combat situation, and any pilot in combat will be under extreme stress. And clearly, if you add to that the factor that you're dealing with an unknown, it takes it to a completely different level.
What exactly did Santamaria see in the skies above Peru? Did he fire upon a UFO? Did he actually make a direct hit? Or did he simply succumb to the intense pressure of intercepting an unknown threat?
So there's the extreme stress of combat in an unknown situation and the very realistic prospect of death. So you get this kind of conflict that on the one hand they're involved in this maybe highly classified effort to engage with UFOs, and then after it's all over it's like, hey, this didn't happen. So I think pilots are being put under extreme stress at both ends of the spectrum. During the encounter, it's the combat stress, and afterwards it's that stress of secrecy and threats.
Coming up, if aliens exist, are fighter jets committing an act of war when they intercept UFOs? And if so, are we prepared for the consequences? The time to act is now. Tell us your story. Caught between defending our skies from unidentified threats and the possibility of Air Force reprisals, the testimony of pilots who have been ordered to shoot down an unknown craft is critical to the study of UFOs. But can their efforts be mistaken as an act of war? Unsealed case file, the Cometa Report.
This report was entitled UFOs, What Should We Prepare For?
In 1999, the Cometa Report was published in France, which really outlined what the evidence was that supported that the UFO phenomena was real, and it was quite possibly a threat to the world as a whole.
It came to the twin conclusions, in effect, that UFOs at some level were a real, solid, tangible thing, and they were seriously prepared to consider the possibility that these things were indeed extraterrestrial spacecraft. Whatever you believe about UFOs, if you've got something flying in such controlled airspace, well, that's something that should be taken seriously, whether you're a believer or a skeptic.
The 13-member panel, made up of some of the brightest government, military, and scientific minds in France, hand down a stunning recommendation.
It outlined the fact that we needed to try and figure out a defense, a way to ward off and fend off any enemies that may be encroaching into our airspace and trying to invade our planet.
Are they visiting our planet? Thousands of witnesses, contactees would tell you yes.
We protect a lot here on the planet Earth, but the minute an alien civilization lands on Earth, that changes in a second.
The Cometa Report questions the Earth's ability to defend against an unknown enemy attack.
If an alien spacecraft visits Earth and it's made out of nuts and bolts, pending no science fiction-like shield around it, I'm guessing we could probably find a way to shoot it out of the sky. But the big debate for me is why. You know, you're either gonna successfully shoot down one craft of an alien race and potentially upset a much bigger force that has bigger guns than us. And I don't think that that's something that our pilots would do. I think we need to start crossing our fingers that they don't have any bad intentions. Because quite frankly, I don't think we're gonna have the ability to get rid of them.
When the day comes, do we need to rethink how we approach unknown visitors in our skies? This is Unsealed, Alien Files, exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth.